Hey there folks, this is the first time I'll be making a review or a showcase of my custom figures. From this point on, every figure will have a review in Polish and in English, so you're welcome. I hope you'll be able to understand what I'm saying and you'll be able to enjoy the figures more. So, Bane is a pretty cool guy. He's one of my favorite Batman villains, or probably even my favorite period. The base figure here is Age of Ultron Hulk from Marvel Legends. A great figure. I wanted to make a Bane out of him for some time now. This is the costume I've chosen to make. It's inspired by Mikel Janin, the artist on the current Batman book from Batman Rebirth. He had a series of covers for the story arc I Am Suicide, where he drew a Bane in a very unique costume with a unique mask that looked exactly like this one. I wanted to copy his costume, but then I decided to something different a bit, but the mask stayed because I really loved this design. This figure was the first time ever I've been sculpting full costume on a figure. I really don't like sculpting. I don't think I'm good at it, but I'm better than I thought I will be. Everything from head to toe minus the strap, this thing and this thing is sculpted. Oh, and not these straps here. My progress here and my learning curve is very noticeable for me here, because the parts I've sculpted first, like the shirt / bulletproof vest, look noticeably worse than the likes of the lower parts of the pants. The mask is pretty much great, which I love. The white part is perfect, if I can say so myself. It's very symmetrical. I really wanted it to be like that. I'm happy it turned out to be. The black part is okay. The folds on it aren't the best. It's fine for the first time. Some of the parts here were sculpted with milliput ceramic white. The shirt and the white part here. Everything else, so the mask, pants and boots were sculpted with Procreate putty. I think it looks just fine. The pants, as you can see, there are a lot of folds. They look way better on the knees and lower parts of the legs. These here are very beefy and puffy because the legs of Hulk, I think they were just a little bit too thin. This way they look way better. Feet were sculpted here. Here's a lot of styrene strips glued on. Looks kinda cool. More so with that gloss. Same thing with the gloves. Eyes are also glossy. Zooming in on the mask here, it was a fun thing to do. The black part underneath was sculpted first, obviously. Then I've had to drill holes, sculpt the eyes and eyelids here. I like what I did here. And after that, the white part from sculpted with milliput. Really fun thing to do. I really like doing symmetrical things, mostly painting symmetrical emblems on heroes. It turned out really great. I really love the eyes showing underneath it, but at the same time I'm kinda missing the red lenses of Bane's classic mask, so I don't know, if it comes to this, maybe I will just do a cast of this head and resculpt it to have the lenses. Now, on this arm, this is just a piece from Grayson Hunt from Bulletstorm NECA figure. Yeah, he had it on his fist, Bane has it on his lower arm. Hose was taken from Armored Lex Luthor of DC Collectibles. The big beefy robot guy, cool figure. As for the paint, I tried to do it the way I usually paint my figures, so with very heavy shading, but shading made out of a lot, like 5-6 layers of very slightly different shades of color. So starting with black, I would go like 5 parts black, 1 part white, then 5 parts black, 1.5 part white, you know, so those colors would be very, very similar, believe me. And after 5-6 layers of this, it comes out like this. At first you can think that there is no shading, that the colors are flat, but when your eyes adjust, you will see all the shading. And that's the best part of painting, I think. When I can deceive myself, my own eyes, that I'm not sure even if I did shade something, then I know that I did a very good thing. I'm not a big fan of very high contrast shading, so I really won't do black and then very light gray on it. That's not for me. I know a lot of people do it. It's not my style. I think the thing I do is more realistic and natural. I'm also very, very happy of how the arm, skin paint turned out. Bane is a Latino, so I had to make him. He was supposed to be a bit more brown than like my Iron Fist. So I think it looks great. Plus, you see here on his shoulders, neck, and even biceps, he's a little more red. He's just sunbathing. He's really burned by the sun. I think it's a cool effect. Our skin really isn't like monotone. It should look fun. Plus, there are also those green veins. I think they look neat. The color is really nicely noticeable in good lighting. Here, and on the inner side of the neck. Also, the eyes are of course red. I did them kind of like Darth Maul's, so red and a bit of orange and yellow with black irises. They look pretty cool. I'm very happy with how they turned out. Plus they have the white blinking, reflective light. I'm not really sure how it's called. Articulation here is very standard for the Hulk figure. Everything is in place. So the ball-jointed neck, ball-jointed abdomen, nothing at the waist, ball hinge shoulders, cut biceps, double hinged elbows, ball wrists, 45-degree hips, not a fan of those, cut in the thigh, double knees, and bend and rocker in the foot. So the articulation is really cool, really fitting Bane, I think. Now for some comparisons, let's take the one other Bane figure I have. Arkham Origins Bane from DC Collectibles. They are pretty much the same height, but as you can see, the Origins one is a bit more realistic in proportions. He's a huge guy, but he's also a way lankier than this Hulk. Plus the head size is there's a bit of the difference, but also the Arkham Origins figures have really small heads, and I hate this. Taking Bane out of the equation, here's Robin from Arkham Knight without his cape and hood. They look pretty okay, I think. For him, Bane is really big, and I really don't like Bane to be too big. I like him to be pretty much realistic, at least partially. He's too big for this Robin. Here's a custom figure I made some time ago, like 3 years ago. New 52 Batman. He was one of the first figures I've used my then new shading techniques on, and he's still one of my favorite things I've ever painted, because the paint on him looks really basic, right? He's just gray, but in the same time, you should believe me, because there are 5 layers of coloring on him. And that's all, folks. I hope you're happy that I could make this video in English. I hope you could understand me talking. If yes, great. If no, I'm sorry. This was the first time I showed you customs in English. Next ones will also be always in Polish and in English separately. Plus, I think down the road I should go back to my some other older customs and also record them in English for you. So if you want that, please let me know. Also, I'm on Instagram now. I have my instagram.com/Shinigami Customs, so go there, like my page, and be cool. See ya, guys.